Hey guys, question from the question board. Actually a couple of weeks ago I messed up the video and the editing, so I've decided to just do it all again. There were two questions regarding protein, so I wanted to compile them together, and hopefully today I'll do it in much shorter than I did the first video. So the first question was how much protein per meal, and the second question was is there such thing as too much protein? So with protein there's a hierarchy of importance. And that's really what you want to think about. Don't waste time thinking about the stuff that's not important. So that hierarchy is number one, top of the list. The most important thing is total protein intake per day. It's been said in the past, 0.8 grams per kilograms of body weight, mostly by vegetarians, I think. Sorry, vegetarians. It's a minimal amount, really. 0.8 grams per kilogram body weight is going to give you just enough to survive, I think. The general consensus is 1.6 grams to 2.2 per kilo of body weight. So if you weigh 70 kilograms, it means you need between about 112 and 154 grams per day. So that's the first thing, total daily intake. The second thing, the second most important thing then, is frequency. How much, how often? Simplest way to do this is just divide it by the number of meals you have in a day. So if you're having 4 meals a day, take your total, 112, 154 for a 70 kilo person, divided by 4, I think you come out with about 28 to 35 grams per meal. Now, if you don't like eating that much protein in one sitting, very simple, have a few more meals, maybe add a protein shake. But that's the simplest way to do it. Total daily intake divided by the number of meals. That brings us to the third most important, and we're really way down comparative to the other two, is timing. It used to be this thing about anabolic window, 30 minutes. If you don't get that shake in within 30 minutes, your entire workout and most of your life has been wasted. It's not true. It's mostly invented by the supplement companies to make sure you go to the gym with a protein shake. As long as you get that food in, ideally within your usual eating patterns, i.e. don't go hungry, you'll be fine. It doesn't really matter when it goes in, as long as it goes in. If it makes you feel better and you train well on it, then do that. But scientifically, it doesn't really make much difference. So there are 3 hierarchies. Then the fourth one, which is very subjective, is the quality of protein. Now, if you're a paleo or a carnivore, you've probably got a very different idea of the quality of protein compared to a vegan or a vegetarian. So this really does come down to subjective beliefs. However, I think we could probably all agree that protein from a, supplement chocolate bar isn't going to be as good for you as protein from, a plate of lentil stew or some roast chicken, whatever your belief is. So pick the best quality alongside your own principles or beliefs. Brings us to the second part of the question, is there such thing as too much protein? So, as quick as I can, there used to be really 2 beliefs around too much protein. Number 1, it will leach calcium from your bones, and number 2, that it can cause renal damage or kidney damage. Both of those are based on misunderstandings from way back in the last century. Subsequently, over the years, they've both proven to be untrue. The reason that you have excess calcium in your urine when you drink high levels of protein is because of increased intestinal permeability, drawing it through the intestine, not because it leaches it from the bones in order to try and alkali your system. So that's the first one. It doesn't leach calcium from your bones. Second one, it also doesn't decrease kidney filtration. It actually helps to increase kidney filtration, except for, and this is the big one, if you've already got kidney damage. If you've already got a history of renal damage or kidney damage, then absolutely don't go high on your protein. You need to speak to your medical professional first before doing that. If you don't have any history of issues with your kidneys, then you're fine. The only problem with eating too much is you just can't synthesize it. So beyond a certain point, and again that's quite subjective, you're going to eat more, but your body won't do anything more with it. I hope that helps. Post your questions on the board, and I'll try and get to those as well, or one other trainer as well. Okay, catch you next time.